Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kyra here with another video. And before we begin, I do want to say that I'm affiliated with BlueStacks. So that's the emulator I've been using for all my mobile games that I play on my computer. So if you're looking for an emulator, be sure to download it through the link down in the description. And that is the best way to support the channel. And with that, let's get into it. And also, I do want to say that the #1 name is recruiting. So if you guys are looking for an air squad and you're an active player, hit me up on Discord. Also, the link down for my Discord is down in the description. So hit me up on there and we can work something out. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Kyra here with another Exos Heroes video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a offer review for all the packs here in Exos Heroes. So I figured I'd start with the Halloween packs. Let's see how good these are. And I'll kind of give you my thought process on what I think is a good pack, what I think is a bad pack. So let's begin. So here we got this pack here. This one's starting at 5,000 gems. We're going to be getting a whole 10. We got 50 national recruit tickets and then also 2,000 Zess. So normally for 5,000, you're getting, ideally, you're going to want 5,000 Zess for 5,000 gems. That's like the best possible deal in the game, a 1-to-1. That's like, you normally can't get that. That's almost unbeatable. But so good deals are usually a little less than that. Like I would say a solid kind of okay to buy deal. For example, the monthly deals are 5,000 gems for 3,000 Zess. Whereas, and then so now it's going to be what? 4 10 pulls. Whereas here for 5,000 gems, you're getting not only 2,000 Zess, but 5 10 pulls when it comes to the national recruit tickets. Plus you're getting a whole bunch of gold here. So yes, this is an expensive pack, but for an expensive pack, this is one of the best deals you can possibly get in the game. Okay. And then it looks like you can buy 2 of those. This one right here, 600 Zess for 1,000 gems. This is identical to the monthly deal. If you were to just buy 5 of these for 5,000, you would get 3,000 Zess. So I think this is okay, but nothing too crazy. This is like the minimum I would take for a good deal. And then here we got this guy right here. This one is really hard to evaluate levy stones. I think depending on events that are going on, if you really want to push them, but I really don't think this is a good deal. I would hard pass on this. It's easy for me to say when I have so many levy stones here just because I've been neglecting them, but I still don't think this is a good deal. I really don't like buying levy stones at all. Okay. And then next, I figured we should get in all the packs. I think these here are obnoxiously bad. These are really insulting. These are complete whale food, complete trash. Don't buy these. These ones, it's one piece of rank 1 gear and then a whole bunch of polished materials that you'll blow immediately the second you buy this pack, trying to level up that one piece of gear for 5,000 gems. That's completely awful. I don't like these packs at all. If you guys bought these, I get it. You mean if you're wailing out, you don't mind it. You mean I'm not judging anyone, but I think for most people, these are packs you want to steer very far away from. You're this guy. Season 2 celebration pack. If you still have this one available, I think this one's actually pretty solid. 1,000, you get a 10 pull. And so this one's actually like beating that 1-to-1 ratio because you're getting a 10 pull in national recruit tickets with roughly about 700 Zess equivalent plus an additional 400 Zess. So this is like 1,400 or this is 1,100 for 1,000 gems. So I would say this one's actually pretty good. And then here we go. We got the level up packs. I think these are complete garbage. I would never buy these if I were to do this again, because when I bought these in the very beginning, going for the Zess, but didn't understand the ratios on what to expect when it comes to cost. Also didn't understand how bad these materials are. You're just going to get a whole bunch of polished materials, whole bunch of these. I don't even know what these are called. The Holy Water of Sages, and then epic weapons are completely garbage. They're eventually you're going to get to a point where they're completely worthless. You never even use them. So it's essentially a 50%. So I call these like 50%ers, where you're getting half the amount of Zess for the amount of gems you spend. This is something I would stay away from. There is, believe it or not, worse deals than that, but this is definitely on the bad side of that ratio when it comes to Zess to gems spent. Same thing here. This one's another 50%er because it's even worse than that. 7,000 gems for only 2,500 Zess, and you have to level up through it. So usually in these kind of deals, when they piecemeal it out, you get a better deal. But all this other stuff, I don't think it comes close to justifying having so little Zess. So I would definitely stay away from both of these level up packs. They kind of bait you. Normally games do level up packs well. Like it's like you have to level them up and you don't get the rewards immediately, but you're going to get a lot more than you normally would. Whereas in this game, it's the opposite, in my opinion. So, okay, monthly Zest or monthly Exos Zest and Zest 2 are the two best Zest deals in the entire game when it comes to value, but you get it pieced over an entire month. You're only spending 500 gems here for 1,300 gems or 1,300 Zests, and then this one you're getting 2,600 Zests and only spending 1,000 gems. So definitely beats any ratio that I've been talking about now, but you gotta get it over the course of a month. Also, this experience one, this one is technically a good deal, but when you start to level up characters like in the 80s to 90 range, like getting 4 books a day is going to make barely even a dent. It probably like point, not even a percentage of a character's ranking. So in the beginning, you're going to really feel this. Maybe you'll buy one of these in the beginning, but then as you start to level up characters I would say starting at 85, you're not going to feel this. So you might as well just, in my opinion, just farm it daily. There's no need to, you're not going to be in a big rush. Also, leveling up characters is not this big requirement. You're not going to get massive boosts in damage with this. So I would definitely pass on this guy, even though this is technically a good deal. The earlier your account, the better, the more impactful it's going to be for sure. Okay. So then daily packs, pretty much all these are going to be bad. I would say, especially these new ones that they added recently, these ones are completely trash and that like just save a whole bunch of time, garbage. And then let's just look at one really quick. So you can, because we're talking about the ratio, I'm talking about what I think is acceptable, what beats that acceptable level that I'm talking about. But if we look at these guys, 3,500 gems gets you 110 pulse. So that's equivalent of 700 Zest plus 3,500. So this is 1,100 Zest essentially for only 3,500 gems. So way worse deal than we've seen so far, because we've seen some of the better deals. Now we're starting to appreciate just how much better those deals are versus how bad these deals are. So let's just skip all these daily ones. These ones are not that good. If you're going to do these kind of cheap ones, because these come with Zests and some of these tickets here, the ones I would go for are the experienced ones and the polished ones, not in that order. Polished ones and then the experienced ones. The polished ones are by far the biggest value. You're going to run through polished material a ton, and that's going to be the biggest impactor on how good your character is. It's going to allow you to awaken characters. So definitely the polished material and then the XP one. The other ones eventually become borderline useless. Debatably, you can do the spirit, like this guy right here, the Spirit Sanctum, but this guy, I would just farm normally. If you're waiting for these materials, just be patient. You'll get them eventually. The big ones are going to be, if you're going to buy these, I don't recommend buying these, but if you're going to, I would do the polish and the experienced ones. Okay. Now weeklies, these ones are going to be still bad, but not as bad. And so here we go right here. So as we're seeing, it might be a little better. This ratio might be even close to just as bad as the daily ones, but you're getting 210 pulls. So 1,400 Zests for 4,900 gems. So obviously hard pass there. Hard pass here as well. 5,000 for only, we're getting essentially 1,400 and plus, it's about 2,100 Zest worth for 5,000 gems. Definitely not worth. This guy right here, only Holy Water of the Universe plus Zest. Eventually, you're going to get a whole bunch of Holy Waters. There's really not that many characters that are, yes, in the very beginning, Holy Waters is going to be a massive bottleneck for you, but eventually you're just going to get a ton of them. And then there's really not that many characters that you're going to need to take to 6-star. So once you get that first couple ones, it's not going to be nearly as big of a deal. I would recommend just slow farm them, be patient, you'll get them eventually. Because right now I have like 20 of them and I don't even know what to do with them. And I have a ton of 6-star characters. So eventually that bottleneck will go away for you. Okay. This one I wouldn't even consider. Weapon one, eventually the Faded Armor crafting tickets completely not worth it. These are very free to play friendly. The rank 1 gear is way harder to get, and that's something that's a significant bottleneck, but they value them at $50 per, so definitely don't buy those either. But these ones, you're going to get a ton of these. I get like 2 to 3 of these a day at this point, especially with these double rewards. Like you're going to have a billion of these pieces of gear eventually. Just farm them free to play, and then same here with all of these dye stuff. There's really no opinion here. This is just how much you value on being able to cosmetically affect your characters. So not that big of a deal there. These weekly duel packs, when I've really wanted to push PvP, I've definitely bought these before, but I don't think they're a good deal, but they're not a bad deal either. They're just kind of a wash to me. Definitely on the bad end. They're definitely not a good value, but especially when I'm really wanting to play PvP, I've bought them before. And then also you get some Zest too. Okay, so then here's the monthly packs. These ones are kind of my anchor on where I'm willing to, like this pack right here is kind of my absolute limit of what I'm willing to do, which is this guy right here. So this 5,000 for 3,000. That's kind of where I base a lot of my opinions are, what I'm okay with and what I'm not okay with. And this is like breaking even. This is still kind of painful to do. I only do this if it's a really good character and I mismanage my Zest and I want to pull for that character. So for example, I was playing during FC Janai and I didn't have Zest, I probably would have buy these guys here and try to pull for it. So to give you an idea what reasons why I would actually go for this kind of thing. Okay, now let's actually look at some of these other ones, because these national recruit tickets, if you look at them, you need in a month, you need to do 150 of them because they're pretty much on the level of the Zest equivalent, but you get a really good mileage at the end of them. But to get 150 of them, you're going through these. Look how expensive it is to get 150 of them within a month. This is something that if you're going to be buying these, you want to buy them slowly, save them, and then use a ton of them to make sure you get that mileage ticket. I don't recommend, I don't value national recruit tickets any higher than Zest because it's such a high barrier to entry to ever even hit that initial pity. If you're looking to get a guaranteed general, don't even consider national recruit tickets. What I would recommend doing is going for the Exos pass. And then at the very end of it, you're going to get a selector at the end for only 3,000 gems. So that's the way better deal for generals, in my opinion. So this one right here, it's really hard to evaluate books. In my opinion, I don't evaluate them highly at all. So then essentially you're looking at for 5,000, you're getting 1,500 or 15 nation recruit tickets. I think this is a hard pass. Essentially whale food. This one, I believe the same thing. Yeah, that one's whale food. This one, 50 for 10,500 gems. So this one right here would be the equivalent of 3,500 Zests for 10,500 gems. I think this is an absolute hard pass. This is really bad value. This is like whale food for someone that's like kind of pot committed when it came to national recruit tickets, and they need that boost to like finish out the pity, or they wasted the pity. Like that's kind of how they're baiting people into this, I feel like. So definitely think about, like, plan out how you use your recruit tickets, especially nowadays how we can farm them with our clocks. So eventually you can really stack these up and you spend them all in the right time. And then here's the third one. This one's polished material. This one I would evaluate more than the books, but still a bad value because it's still the 15 for 5,000. So these guys right here, if you're like a new player and you're seeing this, don't do it. You trust me, do the challenges, focus on the characters, because the characters are going to unlock your challenges way better than these. So essentially, like, I like the gold ones. I do want to say kind of positive, because essentially this whole thing is just me telling you a whole bunch of bad deals. And there really is. There's a lot of bad deals in this game. But the deals that I would get in the monthly section is going to be, I think this is fine. This is that 300 Zest for 500. That one's fine. The gold one I've definitely bought, and this is a ton of gold for how many gems you get. This one I have bought, but I don't recommend it. This one I have bought, but I don't recommend it. And also this one, I used to like be excited to buy this one, but absolutely do not buy this one, because I used to really value these holy waters, and that was a big mistake, especially as I have 20 of them now. And then this is probably going to be, like, Jesus, it's so much for dyes. Weapons are very important, but focusing on Holy Dragon, you're going to get so many weapons. Like when I get a weapon, unless it's an exclusive, I don't even care. Weapons and original rank 0 gear, like last season's gear, all free to play. The only thing that's not is characters. That's why I'm evaluating national recruit tickets and Zest so highly, because once you go around in the banner and there's a really good character, like for example, FC Iris or FC Janai, those are the characters you're really going to want to pull for, and that's going to define your account. All the other stuff is free to play friendly, and then you can gear those characters out later. But if you don't pull that character, then you could potentially be missing out on a lot of things like PvP wise, or how hard campaign is, and any other future content that could potentially be really hard for you. So that's why I value these the Zest and the National Recruit tickets over everything else. Okay, so then lastly, let's look at a couple. So the Exos Pass, I think this is one of the best deals in the game at the moment. If I were to, I would totally buy this. I'm probably going to end up buying this because you get this right here. You get the special faded hero selection ticket. So especially with Signature Force down the game, getting as many copies of these is really important. So depending on where you're at in the game, I would stack up on the same character a lot, especially to take advantage of the Signature Force of that faction. Also, these guaranteed rank 1 piece accessory, really hard to come by. So getting that as a bonus with the guaranteed general is really nice. So just make sure you actually are doing your attempts. Don't waste this if you're going to pay the money. So I recommend, if you're going to buy this, wait until you're really far into the pass already, then buy it near the end, so you know you're going to get it and you're not going to waste the 3,000 gems or have to spend Zest to finish out the pass. So I think the Exos Pass is in a really good spot right now. It's like it's on the pricey side for a battle pass, but it's one of the better battle passes I've seen in games. So, and then used to not be the case. It used to not be good value, especially when it was just a special weapon. But now it's significantly better. Also, we should look at the Quantum Raid here. I don't think this is worth it at all. The Quantum Raid, it takes a lot of levy stones. I have 5,000 levy stones, and I'm like, wow, this is really adds up. It's going to be really tough to finish this, in my opinion. I haven't played too much of this pass, but I would say I'm going to try this and I'm a little to be determined on this, but I am seeing 2 rank 1 pieces of gear here. So if this is actually realistic, I'm going to try to attempt this and see how far I can get, especially with my weird situation where I have so many levy stones. I'm going to give that a shot, and I'll let you guys know what I think about this. But at the moment, I do not think this is worth it at all. That's going to do it for this video when it comes to the offer review. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, if there's any other deals that I missed that you think are worth it, if there's any evaluations that I have on the value that you agree or disagree with. And with that, you guys have a good one. Peace.